Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. This is a great review as we say goodbye to Fight Night, the $1 million heist. Something that I truly believe deserves a Golden Globe or Emmy recognition. This was well written, well acted, well executed, and I was extremely impressed with this. So I look forward to having a positive discussion. There's all sorts of things I'm going to get into. That's what I do. But anyway, but overall, I'm very happy, and I think the crew is too. But anyway, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. You can like on the video and comment on the video, share the video, watch the video till the end. And see all the great things we're going to talk about. Could this be a start of some kind of embargo type of situation? I really hope so. But anyway, sit back, join the intro. We'll start the show. All right. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? Wait. I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Hello, we are come to an end to a great story with a great cast. And it was good. It was really good. I watched Kevin Hart's monologue a couple times with the gun at his head. And I was impressed. I was impressed with all of it. So let's go with Kim. Where would you like to start? Dare I say the beginning?
Yeah.
Where would you like to start?
The beginning, like when Frank was talking to oh gosh, what is his name? That's Cadillac. Yeah, I kind of knew something was funny because there's something about the way he was looking, the way Frank was looking at Cadillac that just seemed off. And I was like, why does he keep looking at him that way? It just seemed really suspicious. I was like, does Frank know something? You know what I mean? Like, it just seemed really odd the way he was looking at him or whatever. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. But I just felt like Frank was like, yeah, nigga, sure. Yeah, okay. Well, no problem. I was like, something's off here. Something's not right. But I really thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I thought it was from the beginning to the end. It was just well done. And I liked at the end they showed us the real people. Completely not at all look anything like Kevin Hart or Don Cheadle. But okay. I guess they don't have to look like them. But and I did like Kevin Hart's monologue at the end when he's now a preacher. I thought that was really nice. So yeah, I have nothing but positives for this. I enjoyed every moment of it. So
all right. So we'll go back. Giovanni, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just very ecstatic. This is like the only pick that I've had that everybody is has liked. This
Do
is
you think it's a personal win for you?
yeah.
About time.
yeah.
Who said that? Oops.
All right, Giovanni, take your victory lap. What you got?
Yeah. So I wasn't here for the past couple weeks, and those were some pretty good episodes. I feel as though this one kind of like sped things up, like put it in hyperdrive. Like I was like, yeah, this could have been like the pacing or whatever was very fast in this episode. But yeah, the story resolved in a good way. Very well acted. Very well written for, I guess if you had to combine 2 episodes into one for the finale, I guess you say. And just a lot more of what you call it, like diverging stories that still, are left to be told, I guess you'd say. Like I'm very curious how JD Hudson and him being the inaugural officer of internal review in the South, what does that look like? Back in the early 70s, that seems very Mr. Tibbs and whatnot. So that could be a show.
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
So
that would be interesting. There's a lot. That's a good spinoff possibility.
You got was it Vivian and Frank, like they're in business together now, and I'm like, we could find out that this is the same funeral home that Frank Lucas was getting his heroin shipped in from or something. I don't know.
So many options.
Yeah.
With the storyline. But like they wrapped up everybody's ending. I mean, you know what I'm saying? All the major characters, you got to figure out where they went.
Maxine, we don't know if she ever got a car back, because I know that was a big point for you.
Jamani, I
Huge.
appreciate a team that knows me, because I was like, I put that down. I was like, where the fuck is that red Mustang? Damn it, it's still at Chicken Man's house, for the record. so I thought he was gonna drive it to go pick up his wife. And like, where'd you get that car from? My other woman. But baby, I love you.
No,
but
he was actually in a daggone cab.
I was like, where's the anything else? Big picture.
Yeah, I thought that what's his name, Willie Black was dead last episode. I was like, he didn't even get, like, they just went to like Rite Aid or something. Like, he didn't even go to the hospital. Or
arm sling, baby. Arm sling. You got once you got the arm sling. I was gonna text that to y'all, just arm sling, and I was like, you'll see it when it happens. But I didn't want to be Chris like David spoilers. I was like, arm sling, baby. It don't make no damn sense, Jamani.
Yeah, I'm like, as far as that's why I said with pacing, this episode was just like, yeah, everything's happening very fast. We're just giving it all to you right in this episode. We're wrapping it up. Like,
yeah,
but other than that, like, I like the way that I wanted Debbie Allen to call Frank at the end and be like, this ain't over. Yeah, something like.
But it's like that. Yeah, that is. So we could. Yeah. So that's what Kim and I were discussing last week. That like this is like at least 3 movies in one. That easily could have been its own thing. Like Ali could have been its own story. Especially when they show you that in 1996 he came back. His love for Atlanta was still there. He got his title back. That could have been a movie all by itself. And then like the whole like Cadillac Mama story, that's a story all by itself. And the heist is just a part of that and how that ends. And then you got Chicken Man's story, which what this really was, like his evolution, his journey, and like that's a story.
As far as Chicken Man, why in this episode, I don't know, like this episode just, I don't want to say jump the shark, but it just like, when did him clucking like a chicken become his calling card? Because I didn't remember that in any other.
That's not a thing. They just threw that in there. Like they call him Chicken Man. We need some chicken. You know what I'm saying? We should have found out he started KFC or Popeyes. There you go. He's the founder of Popeyes. I would have been like, that makes sense. Like that. He invested his money that he stole.
Purdue Farms. Purdue.
All right, Chris, what do you think? Welcome. What do you think of the series?
Oh no, I thought it was great. I love when you got movies or TV shows where it's like based off of a true story, and they, for the most part, try to stick to the story without trying to like. When it comes to like, for example, people who might die in real life, right? If they do the story, sometimes that they're like a likable character, what you'll see in movies, TV shows, like they'll make it seem like they actually lived, or they get shot and they lived, right? Or vice versa, where the really bad guys in real life actually lives and just goes to jail, right? So I was really happy to see that they didn't go with the trope, because I kept expecting, like, for example, like stuff like Terrence Howard's character, like everyone, him, Samuel Jackson, I was waiting for all of them to die. I was like, oh, they're gonna just kill them all, like, you know what I mean? And they didn't. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, that's a breath of fresh air right there, in the sense of like just kind of sticking to the story, you know what I mean? And and still be a good story, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not going to just mess with your conscience, you know what I mean? So I just like when shows, it's just small stuff like that I appreciate, when people are trying to be respectful to the actual real life stuff. Obviously, yes, there's stuff that they did embellish on, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's a TV show after all, but overall they kind of they kept mostly faithful, you know what I mean? Except for little stuff, but yeah, no, I thought the show overall was dope. Literally outside of Muhammad Ali, man, everyone I thought killed it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I guess the only probably critique I really had is really with Hudson's character, with Don Cheadle's character. His character seemed very, very strong in the beginning. You know what I mean? How they kind of built him up, and then it just turned into him just kind of protecting Kevin Hart. I don't know. It just felt like his character kind of, not that his character it kind of diminished a little bit. You know what I mean? Still a good character. You know what I mean? But the problem was like he was presented kind of very like it was really high in the sense of the
being like
what they brought to his character. I'm not saying like because he still had his job. I just meant like what they brought to his character, and then it kind of just was like, look out, chicken man. Like, you know what I mean? He kind of became secondary, even though as a secondary character in the beginning, it was still like heightened. I don't know if I'm making sense. You know what I mean?
It became like the buddy cop show. Like, and it was like, I'm here to save my friend. Like, they were it's always like 48 hours, right? Like, I'm a cop working with this criminal. I don't like him, but now he's my brother. And now I'm risking my job. I'm risking my life to save Chicken Man because you know he's my and I'm like, I don't know how y'all got that close, but it's like, he's doing all this to save him. And now it becomes the Chicken Man story. It was anyway. But to your point, that's not the Hudson we met in episode 1. You know what I'm saying? But he got there. Somehow.
Yeah, it's kind of like
screaming nigga now, so he's different. Like, he's just different. Like, he's
right? It's kind of like think of Danny Glover in the first Lethal Weapon, right? And then look at Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon 4, where it's like it was like Mel Gibson, Chris Rock, Joe Pesci, and then sometimes Danny Glover. It's like, what did y'all do? Why y'all putting Glover in the back like that? What the hell? You know what I mean? That's what I kind of felt with Don Cheadle's character. But other than that, really good show. You know, so yeah, I don't typically mess with Peacock. I'm trying to think. Peacock don't usually have too many shows I watch. I'm trying to think. Wait, Twisted Metal Peacock?
Yeah.
It is. Okay, never mind. I guess I do.
See?
Yeah, so I do. I lied.
See?
Yeah. So,
but to your point, Chris, I canceled Peacock today.
Oh, that's two. That's Peacock, and what was the other one?
Stars and Apple TV Plus, all canceled. I was like, none of that shit is getting any more of my money.
I'm about to say, I canceled Apple TV a while ago, man. When I was like, they took so long with Severance, I was like, yeah, cancel.
I'll be back.
I was like, I'll be back. You know.
So yeah. So come on. So let's get to comments. I'll do the comments and then I'll do my own stuff. Howdy, thank you, and hey y'all, thank you for joining us, Nikki. We appreciate you. R.I.P. Willie Black. Yo, to your point, Chris, of characters, like what Willie Black was awesome. Like the fact that that he stood up for Ray was awesome. And their friendship was, we discussed that last episode, was great. And him going out and this, I was like, whoa, like his brains got blown out. I was like, I did not see that coming. And I was like, so I thought that was kind of cool. Frank was the VIP of this episode. I predicted that there would be a shootout between Cadillac and Frank, but Frank would die. I was like, that's interesting. I felt Frank, I felt like Samuel Jackson, they gave him dialogue that almost brought like Jules to a phrase. When he was like, we're all gonna be cool, right? I was like, he should have been like, we're all gonna be a bunch of Fonzies. And what's Fonzie like? He's cool. I was like, it's okay. I don't think Quentin Tarantino would have let it. I felt like I wanted it. When he was like, do you believe in God? You know my favorite Bible verses? I was like, oh shit, do it.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go there too.
Right. You were like, we're about to get Jules. And I was like, I would have been okay with it. This was a great show, but I didn't care for the last episode. I would love to hear why. Willie Back checked Cadillac about when the pressure was on. So I felt like there was like 3 or 4 endings in this episode. Like I was watching like the last Lord of the Rings episode. Because the heist at the cafe when they caught Cadillac, right?
That happened way too fast. I was like, there's just like a whole reveal of we set up this whole place, and Chicken Man, who's like a wanted man, damn near, or you know, his mugshot is all in the newspaper. He's able to get all these people to go with this story and to be participants in this. And nothing leaks out. It just
Well, again, it's 1970. So I mean, it ain't too many leaking out. I mean, he just called these people up, Jamani. Like, I mean, it's like so. It's not. That's not. Oh, wait. Anyway, to your point, Marcus says the fake restaurant plan was a bit far fetched, but it fit the blaxploitation vibe. So
It did.
the time that it took, the speed in which they did it was ridiculous. I mean, because in the time he called Cadillac, they were able to put the whole restaurant together. And somehow no one says, well, Pies is closed. It's been closed for 2 years. Like, he somehow knew that it was there, like it was still an active restaurant. And that doesn't, but anyway, to the positive, the sting was awesome. And the way, and the fact, because when the 2 white cops walked in, unless you remembered them from episode 1 that they worked with Hudson, you'd be like, why the fuck are they not arresting Chicken Man right now? Because they're a part of it. Those are Hudson's guys. And when all that got revealed, I was like, this could be the end. Like, this was like the whole heist got taken care of. Cadillac got taken down. Everybody has a good day. And that's the first one. And then you got the Frank set up. And I was like, now we got another one. I was like, it was like those are two different endings, and both of them was awesome. And I was like, I thought it was kind of cool. I wanted Frank to get down with the other mafia guys that went along with Cadillac. They don't do a good job. The firm was not developed enough. I feel like that was a major storyline with all the bosses. We still don't know what kind of drug operation they were, and the fact that, again, did they truly believe what Cadillac was saying? Did they get arrested? What happened to Missouri's murder have to go answered? That wasn't explained. Like, they were like, regardless of the heist, you shot one of us, and that needs to be taken care of, and that just kind of got wiped away. Willie Black was my favorite character in Fight Night. He was a great character. He was a very compelling character, and the actor did a great job. I thought.
I want to take something up with you because I remember
with me personally. Right.
No, not I think it might. I remember somebody on the panel. It might have been Chris who was saying that Willie Black only cares about himself. He does not care about
Ray. Baby Ray.
Yeah, and I'm like, last episode, you could really see that he cared about Baby Ray or what have you.
Oh, that wasn't me. I thought the beatdown proved that he first. I mean, last episode sealed it. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I felt like that beatdown was genuine. Though he's crazy, he for some reason connected with Ray. And I thought that was awesome. I wish that we could have had more of Debbie Allen playing Cadillac's mom. Again, Kim and I talked about this. That is a great story that should have been the story. Like, if this wasn't Kevin Hart's thing and Chicken Man wasn't the focus, like, Terrence Howard would have been the lead, Debbie Allen would have been the lead, and that would have been a great story to flush out the firm and all that kind of stuff. And that would have been an awesome story. Like, who the dad was, what does Frank mean that it was the mama's fault, but what does that mean? Like, I didn't 100 perm head niggas that he was worried about. We never saw any of them. Like, it was so many things that kind of left on the table that would have all great stories. That could have been flushed out, I thought. What's we got? Hudson punked Frank like Red did Bird in the 5 Heartbeats. Hudson wanted to make Frank fly over the balcony. That shit, I thought Suge Knight for some reason. But either way, awesome. Awesome scene.
I liked the range that, I'm not Samuel Jackson, but I liked the way he flipped it on a dime. He's always in control, whatever. He's like, oh, we're taking your car or mine.
I love the car ride when Vivian put them both in their place. I love the car when she turned the cookie.
I like that part
to me. Too. But I felt like a cookie, right? Like, I felt like it was like, look here, you little boys. Let me tell you, we're gonna get this shit together.
Yeah, I like that.
And they were like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
The dog, like, how many times did we scream at Power Book 2 that, like, there's no character development? That these little bitches are the same they were in the last episode as they were in the first episode with, like, Tariq, Effie, and Brady.
Literally, right? Power Ghost. They are exactly the same. Exactly
like
the same, at the same school, doing the same thing. I was like,
40 episodes and nothing. In 8 episodes, Chicken Man goes from a street hustler / pimp to a pastor, and it makes sense. Oh, by the way, to get into the details, he established his own church. I thought he took over the church he was supposed to buy the roof for, so I took a picture of the name. He established his own church. Like I that was important for me. Like, but I was like, character development. Frank went from the Godfather of New York, which he felt was not he wanted to get out the game.
Yeah.
He evolved. James St. Patrick. He became a businessman.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I'm legit and I'm doing, this is who I am now. And now he's standing next to the senator who said, you're a criminal and I can't be seen with you.
Yep.
Character development.
Yeah.
Vivian goes from former stripper to assistant. I'm in the passenger seat to now I'm charting my own destiny now.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing
something
something
in a respectful field now.
Right, and and it's her idea. It was her brainchild, and like you see it come to fruition.
Yeah, and I like the way her and Chicken said goodbye.
Oh, Maxie, yeah.
I was like that. It was, to me, it was beautiful. I was like, he's like, I'm turning over a new leaf. She's turning over a new leaf. We have, they don't need to be together anymore, right? Because basically Vivian was like, just go to your wife. See if she'll take you back. You know what I mean? Like she's always gonna be there for him, and I think he'll always be there for her, but not in the same way. They're gonna be they're different people now. So I like that growth a lot.
And to your point, the fact that she wasn't like said she'll hey, just go to her bed. Like to your point, like it's okay, right?
Yeah.
From Chicken's perspective, he got over the fact that she betrayed him to Frank, right? And it's like, hey, I respect you. You do your thing. I do mine. And it was awesome. And then they didn't forget Maxine. Like Maxine was still there. Like she's with the new business. And I thought that was awesome. Like these characters are not the same. Even Hudson's story. Hudson's story was the Black community doesn't accept me, right? I mean, I'm trying to be a cop. I'm trying to be one of my people. I can't be both. So Detective Hudson was actually his wife's thing though. So this is where I get hold. What's it? I thought his name was Hudson. What the fuck am I doing? What's the white cop's name?
Mason.
Mason was his wife's vendetta. His wife is the one that brought the case to him, saying Mason beat a 17-year-old named David, and she had to remind Hudson that the boy's name is David. So when he got arrested, it really should have been his wife. It really should have been her there to be like, hey, like we're doing. She should have led it, and he should have been the one like, I'm gonna make this happen with you. To me, to really bring that story together, to be like, because it was her who was like, this is a social worker issue, and we finally got justice for him. I thought.
I think they just was like, we can't. They ran out of budget. They was like, we can't bring her. We can't afford to pay.
I don't know if people would have remembered because I couldn't even remember that until you just brought it up just now. Like I forgot all about that. I just remember all the racist crap that he said right in front of Don Cheadle, and then the little mess at over the hotel or whatnot. I could think of more scenes with Don Cheadle when he had more issues with him. I hear. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're right in the sense of like that's how it started with her, but I guess as far as the fact that we had to wait a week for each episode is not, rather than just binge it. Many people aren't going to remember that. You know what I mean? So that's not like,
No, I hear you, but again, that's one of the limited to the writing. The writing. He said you're being arrested for assault. That's what that was the charge. Yeah. What assault? It was David. That was the assault because he's the one that punched Mason. So it wasn't no other black assault in this thing. Like it was that. It was 17-year-old David. So that's what I'm saying. If that's what even if he would have said for 17-year-old David. Which again, I mean, why could it anyway? I'm saying, but that's what he was being arrested for in the first place. So the fact that they didn't really, bring that and show now he's with his wife. Just I thought that would have been. That's why it would have been better. Thank goodness Ali didn't show back up after episode 3. He was bad. I mean, the actor. I mean, the scene,
he must have been like a really good friend of Kevin Hart or something. He must like the actor must have been like really good friends with Kevin Hart. Like, and then so they put him in that role. Because, you can't tell, like, with everybody else y'all having this, well, like, the heavy hitters, like, Yeah, I had Debbie Allen. Hell, y'all probably was almost short of having Felicia Rashad. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like.
But
Come
how
on.
did you feel like? I felt like Clifton Powell should have had a bigger role than just Mushmouth. I felt like he could have been one of the. I felt like he could have been David Banner's character or something. You know what I mean? Like just with more. I wanted to see him more, and I wanted to hear him more because he's a heavy hitter too. I don't. People don't realize
That's
this man
range though.
has
That's
been
range though, Kim.
acting for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's like one of our best character actors. Like he's always a different character, and he's a good actor. And I think that he deserves to have like a lead role sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he should have had something more than just Mushmouth.
I hear you. I mean, the reason why, all right, so I would not want him to play David Banner's character because David Banner has not done.
Well, no. I don't mean literally. I'm just saying
prominently, like a
prominent
I hear you. I mean,
like you want him to have more.
Let me tell you this though. I've never seen Powell other than Pinky in Next Friday. It is rare that you see him do something hilarious like the role he did. This is like his Brad Pitt in Snatch. You know what I mean? Have you seen Snatch? Or Brad Pitt? You couldn't understand.
Snatch. I love it.
Well, yeah, but it was the awesome thing about that movie, especially with Brad Pitt's character, is he does all these serious movies, and then he does this movie where you're like, what the fuck did he just say? You know what I mean? Like, it's just
that's what made it so.
It shows range. Yeah. It just shows range. So, like, even though I kind of agree with you. I kind of still like to see the fact that he was able to play like a funny role that's kind of different because he's always playing like, yeah, he always does play the bad guy or whatever, but he's always playing like the serious bad guy too. You know what I mean? This one was just like more like, what the fuck we gonna do with the Frank?
It's
just different. It's just different.
More screen time. So she just and I agree, more screen
time.
That's
like
what I'm saying. The firm overall should have had more screen time because they were the consistent storyline.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
And we still don't know damn clue what firm they did. Like we don't. Like each one controlled this and ran an area, but what did you do? Women, guns,
I think
drugs.
Each one had their own thing.
But again, we're guessing.
We didn't see David Banner's character. We only see Missouri Slims though, Jamani. That like for real, like that's really the only one we saw.
Yeah.
And we only saw him just at a couple of salons. Like we didn't see his business. Like, hey, like we make money off heroin. We make money off numbers. We make like Vivian just ran numbers to give him some money. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what was y'all actual business? Like what brought y'all? But again, the focus was not the firm. Like they were background characters. I mean, really. But it was just a missed opportunity with some of the things that they did focus on.
To your point, maybe it should have been 10 episodes and then we would have like, so, because I didn't even know the home. I mean, I saw the cowboy hat, but he was like, oh shit, he's from Texas, huh? Okay, I was like, he's like, that's why I love you Texas niggas. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, he's from Texas.
Because you would have never known he was from Texas because they didn't tell us he was from Texas.
Right.
So again, go back to episode 1, which I had to do. Like Silky ran all this down for Chicken Man, so he actually did explain. That's why it's called Tex. But the point, we didn't see what they do enough to even remember. You have to go back to be because I'm like, how did we get here? And we shouldn't have to do that. Like they should have been constantly involved in this thing, so we can see their interactions and that kind of stuff. I thought I love that Hudson got back on the police force and Mason got arrested. Thank you for this opportunity. Like I was irritated. I was irritated with this. Hudson. Okay. Well, thank you for asking. Hudson's in charge of internal affairs now, correct?
Yeah.
You know who she should have investigated after the racist Mason himself? Tommy's dead. Remember? Am I the one? Remember? Tommy killed himself, and he said, I'm gonna make sure we find out what happens. Hudson is the reason Tommy killed himself. Like his inability to track this suspect, put him in the room. There was no accountability for this. He made no effort to go back to be like, it was on me. I left your son in the room. I should have had something over him. He's dead, and that's my fault. Number 2, Louis Black is dead because of Hudson. Hudson did an illegal sting operation resulting into the arrest of a suspect who got murdered in police custody, and that is Hudson's fault. That is Hudson's fault. So the fact that he's like, good work, son, fuck you. Like, you are done. You should be done too. You should be done too. Like his policing, official and unofficial, resulted into the murder of 2 black people. I'm like, but fuck it.
That's why his boss didn't give a shit. That's why his boss didn't care.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying,
like, it's black people in the 70s. Like,
oh my fucking God.
In the South.
Why y'all are trying
In the
to
South.
when it comes to racism, he is going to win the day. So I don't say anything. Y'all need to learn that.
No, I'm not. Huh? I'm not talking about. No, I'm saying his white, like his actual white boss.
How about the same
as racist as he admit? What I'm saying is, I don't think he gave a shit. Like, especially with, like to your point, and the actual like you would hope that the police force does what you were saying and actually investigate that. But this dude, all that white dude, all his boss sees is some dead nigger who tried to steal some shit. You know what I mean? Why do I give a damn? You know what I mean? But remember, he didn't even. Remember, he didn't even suspend him for that. He's suspended for hitting a white cop. Like, you know what I mean? So you think he gave a shit about this black man, about this black kid? Why did
Hudson give a shit?
Huh?
Why did the black people give a shit? Why did Tommy's mom give a shit? To be like, how did my son die? Like, oh, that's my fault. There's no one to stand up for Willie Black because he didn't have any family. But I'm like, that is his fault.
Wait, huh? Like he's supposed to be psychic that the nigga killed himself?
Yes, because he put the suspect in the room. He made no effort to have anyone look over him. He did not get a lawyer or even say, hey, do you need a lawyer? And the guy killed himself in custody. Like, they would have investigated.
Well, they don't have to tell you to get a lawyer. You have to say that's you know that. They don't have to tell you to get a lawyer. They want you to say it. That's in every TV show. They always say he ain't asked for a lawyer, so that's why he didn't get one.
No,
and David, do you
read Miranda rights, which means they don't have to give you a lawyer, but they have to let you know that
the Miranda right,
so they can say, your whole, a lawyer can be provided to you.
They would have for a suspect killing himself in custody. Like, where were you? Why are you not watching the suspect? How you know he didn't escape?
Like, do you not watch like 48 hours or what? Like, yo. Like, they leave rooms all the time, right? And you're talking about camera. Now, don't say they have camera, because this is 1970s we're talking about here. If you want to,
you don't think at all there would have been like just shit happens?
Yes,
really, that's what happens, David. Unfortunately, it really does.
Absolutely,
that happens. There's nothing in that profile that shows that he was a suicide risk. There was nothing that happened. So guess what? They left the room. That's what happened then, and that's what happens now. Hell, even today, even with the cameras, guess what? Not all the time is just TV where you see the cops are always watching the cameras. That's not always the case, right? Okay. I got family who are police officers. They will tell you right then and there. Nah, sometimes they'll just be bullshitting, and then they just try to tire them out. So they don't always check. Like, every once in a while, they might check here and there the cameras, whatever, but they just be bullshitting. That's really what happens.
Do you not remember Snowfall when she had to pee in the garbage can?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, then he let Frank go. Frank orchestrated the murder of like 4 people. Like,
but did he prove it? Can he prove it?
They arrested that henchman.
The
guy who came out with the big gun. They arrested him.
Said, I drove to the house and that Frank ordered the murder of this man. Are you going to testify? Absolutely not. Mr. Preacher was like, I'm not going to say nothing. He watched it happen. Frank was. You don't think those 2 people were going to be like, hey, I'm not going to jail by myself? Like,
so David, do you think that we think that these people are good people? Because we don't.
Say what?
They're not good people. None of these people are good people.
Mr. Justice made no effort to arrest Frank.
Because he said to him, and I'm looking at the part right now, he said to Frank, I have nothing to arrest you. I would arrest you if I had something, but I don't have anything.
Other than people saying it, he has nothing.
He has nothing.
God damn it. Like, you don't be like, hey,
do you think that what witness do you think is going to come out and do that and tell him Frank?
The people who are in jail right now might be like, hey, if I turn on Frank, the godfather of New York City, I might get a couple of years.
If they did that, like,
oh my god, I love it. I love it. All right. I wonder what happened to Bunker. We don't know. Text, Mushmouth, none of that got explained.
All
Well,
right.
if
So
you listen to the
let's just go down
podcast,
the
you'll
road
find
that
out
you're
what happened
saying,
to
right?
all of them.
About these
I
guys
thought there was
fucking
hold
time,
on.
right?
Well, Frank's character actually didn't he get arrested because that land deal didn't work out.
No, he didn't get arrested.
The
I
land
mean,
deal didn't work out. Something happened in real life.
I'm talking about in real life. What I said, Jamani, was I said that if you listen to the pod, I haven't finished the podcast, but if you listen to the podcast, you might be able to find out what happened to the rest of the people. So,
Because I think
including Frank.
I think the ones who didn't get the future thing, I think they're like just like dramatic characters, like they were just trying to make them. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the people who are legit, real. That they're the ones that gave them like real futures.
Yeah.
Hudson's character changed after he got suspended from his job. I was like, I guess. See, keep the gun on him. Oh yeah, I don't get that
Wait,
one.
what? Keep the what?
Keep,
What was
keep the
that?
gun on him. I don't get that one. Who's more gangster, Cadillac's mother or Alicia on The Shy?
I say Cadillac's mama.
Cadillac's mama.
Cadillac's mom was only in one scene.
I
She
don't
was
care.
still hard though.
That's all they needed. That's all they
somehow
needed,
she did it
Jamani.
better. She did it better, but she was in one scene. But again, there was a whole bunch of backstory that we didn't even get to.
We didn't
I
get
agree
it.
with Chris. Hudson's character fell off. Viv and Frank's business dealings needed development, and not getting a backstory. A bit Caddy left too much out. Again, that was a whole other movie. Like Big Caddy, and Cadillac, and again the 100 perm niggas. There's so much stuff that they just kind of threw at you. That Emerson was actually Cadillac's second lieutenant, and I was like, "What?" And like it was, and it was like we gotta get through this. But that was a whole other story that could have got developed. If Frank was worried about retaliation, to Jamani's point, then it should have you killed said mama, or mama sending those 100 people after you, Frank. And like said, this is not over. Like this is not so like that could have been a thing, but it's just like no, now he's a businessman and everything's okay. Because Alicia did too much talking, like Nook due to yeah. So it was The Shy. I mean, we can't. Let's not do this. Like the Shy had a lot of writing problems. But this show is pretty. Wish they got more backstory between Cadillac's father and Frank. Yep. But again, that would have been a whole other story. I actually thought Smoke Willie Black for his wedding ring. That never came back. Okay. So this is the other thing. If Frank's people came to save Cadillac because they felt the cops was on them or whatever, why did they kill Willie in the first place? How did they know that he was anything? They wore a mask, so it's not unless they remember the voice. Why did they kill him?
That's what made me think that the guy who was second in command to Frank was in on it with Cadillac, because he just went shooting and killing everybody and not asking any questions. It was only that.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the dude who shot Willie in the car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought something was fishy about him too.
Because remember when he got the guy at the trailer, he just started shooting.
Yeah, something was fishy about him, but they didn't say anything about it though.
Well, again, Frank said kill these people. So it was never flushed out to the point. If he was part of the operation, it was never said that he was part of the operation. But it just looked weird that he again just shot this dude and then shoot Cadillac. Because I'm like, if you think they're both about to talk to the cops, right? Then you kill both of them.
Yeah.
But they saved him. Like Frank was like, bring Cadillac to me, bring Chicken Man to me, and we're gonna work this thing out with me. So I thought Sean's character went flat.
It did. I feel like that too, Nikki. I feel like they just kind of got rid of his character like relatively quickly, towards the end, and then he didn't really have like the most. I wouldn't say the most exciting part, but it felt like he was just like a nice guy who just got involved in this whole robbery because he wanted to have money to give to his child. And
thank you. Okay, yeah. So again, my other issue, like just time that we could put into Hudson now over, right? They put a lot of time into Sean, into his Charmaine, and all that kind of stuff. Like Hudson went to go talk to the ex-wife, right? Hey, like closure. I mean, I'm sorry. He died trying to get, like you said, Kim. He died, but he died trying to get money for the family, like try to make it positive because she tried to save him. Right? There's no resolution for her or her daughter. Right? To be like, Daddy's not coming home. Ray is dead. Right? And what happened to the mama? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Where's that to be like, hey, your son is dead, and I'm so like some again. It's like these are things that they develop, right? And to be like, and like just nowhere. Like just nowhere. I'm like, there's aftermath. There's more aftermath to these murders that were on camera for characters that we saw. And it's like if you're gonna go into the thing of Black, help, like so that Ray help, yeah. So Lewis helping Ray get to the guy who's like blessing the mom, beating the mom, that kind of stuff. And it's like, where's the mama? Like and like
I think you would have to make this a longer. It would have had to have 10 episodes to get all of that information.
again, or again,
I mean, yeah, literally, they would have had to have more time. And I don't think I think they got 8 episodes and that was it. And
I think they made it 8 episodes. Okay, and that was it. Like I think with the firepower, they could have been like, we need 10 to tell the story. You don't.
I mean, you could say that, but Peacock is the one that's the boss. And if Peacock says you get 8 episodes, you get 8 episodes.
Kevin Hart has a lot of influence.
He does, but if that's what it would have been, then you would have got it. And I don't think that that's true.
No, they give you a budget, and then you break that down into episodes.
And you don't know how much
they decided with this amount of money, we want to make 8 episodes out of this amount of money.
Right.
So I'm saying it's how you use the episodes. Again, they're talking about there's the storylines they got into that didn't go anywhere, that they could have streamlined this thing a little bit and be like, or just don't bring it up. Like the whole Ray and Louis Black and that whole thing with the mom and everything, that was unnecessary. If anything, they're all gonna end up killing each other anyway. Just to sing hooks, what should it look like? Patti LaBelle or somebody. I mean, so like, again, a big actor like that of that level for one scene, and there's no resolution again, even to that. Like, what is you think about her son getting arrested again? And then there's a lot of stuff that they kind of left on the table. I would say I wanted one good scene with Taraji and Cadillac. I know, right? Like you kind of wanted Cookie and Lucius back to this one side. I did like Terrence Howard's doing Robert Frost. Like the monologue at the beginning, like that was very well done. Like he's a very good actor, and I was like, and I thought that was well done.
Yeah, he's straight Shakespearean trained, but Terrence Howard is extremely intelligent, and he's very poised. He's very I would say smart and intelligent, and Terrence Howard. If you ever listen to him in an interview or something, he's on a whole nother level. Like he's a very, very talented individual on a whole different level that the characters that he plays does not in any way
match him as a person. And he even said that he did not like doing Hustle and Flow because that person that he played is so far from him. Like he hates rap, hates it with passion. So when he had to play a rapper, he had to really, really go into his psyche and say, do I really want to do this? Because he doesn't like rap. He is like an opera dude. Like I said, he's Shakespearean trained. He's that type of guy. He's not at all like any of the characters that he plays. He's not Lucius Lyon, none of that. But he's a good actor, so he's able to play them. But that's not his bag. Like he'll say, this is not my bag. He talks like Lorenz Tate. You know how Lorenz Tate is always like, "Cool, can you dig it?" Yeah,
he talks like that. Like for me,
more like him in The Best Man.
Yeah.
But that's probably more close to him. Frank looked kind of soft. What's up, Jemima?
I'm like, I got a positive. I'm gonna say this about every Terrence Howard project that it actually happens in. He didn't have a guitar and try to sing in this.
I give you that. I felt like with enough episodes, I think he maybe tried. And they said, no, man, not this time. Not this time. Frank looked kind of soft, and he did, especially when Hudson stepped to him. I thought that was kind of a bit much. His quick turn to a punk like immediately. I like that a little bit. Chicken was giving me Eddie King. at the end of 5 Heartbeats. I'm not good with the reference. Anybody?
I haven't
I
seen
don't
Five
remember
Heartbeats
Five
since the '90s, and people are quoting it like I don't remember any scene other than when they heard their song on the radio.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know the movie like that. It was ironic that Hudson was going. It's not ironic. Again, they're for his character. They were trying. I think they were trying to show that he's accepted by the black community now, because that was a big thing for him, like in episode 1. And actually a lot of the series, actually, that he was finally, like seen as one of them. So there's more like a part, and he's supporting his friend. So it's dual with that. That's how close they are. Now that their families can be families and that kind of stuff. Yes, this was an amazing cast. Yeah, we never saw Hudson's wife again. And again, I just think that particular moment would have made more sense, because they made a point of giving him a family, and not the daughter had to be there, but like the wife, because she was championing for David. Like that was really her thing. The people paying tithes and offerings is kind of like Gordon Chicken Man running numbers. I mean, it is a business. I mean, if you want,
it's a different hustle.
it's a hustle.
When I heard him, when they said he turned into a preacher, I said, this is a different hustle. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I'm sorry. He's hustle man, and he got into a different hustle. And it's with the church.
And it's for two. I know for transformations.
Right.
I kind of wanted some of the titty women in episode 1 to have been some of the members of the choir of the choir.
Did someone say titties? What?
Like
someone
it was a lot of.
I can't. I heard that came. What?
This is what I'm saying. Like in episode 1, and Kim and I talked about this, I think, last review, that I was like, every time we've seen mostly minority women, actually all minority women. So anyway, women butt naked in a crime situation is usually drugs. For certain, they got stripped all the way down, so whatever. And in episode 1 of this series was the first time I saw women in the same type of uniform to count some money. And I was like, this don't make a lot of sense. But anyway, my point is, if he gets to transform into a preacher, then they should be able to transform into choir members. That he saved them. Like he started with his own people and brought that to be like, we can be better than this, to me. And I thought also, when the waitress walked away,
a longer show.
That's 3 minutes. It's just pointing out the crowd. But anyway, but when the waitress walked away, one, the white tops not arresting Chicken Man when they saw him at the restaurant, like, had me thinking. But when they focused on the waitress kind of swishing when she walked away, I was like, she got some hoe in her. And then I was like, oh, she was one of the hoes. I was like, that makes sense. And I love the scene
because she was switching when she walked away. That made her
something tells me she does this for a living. And I was like, damn it, I was right. I thought I was going too far.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, like any woman who is flirting with a man, if you go to a table as a waitress and the man is like giving you googly eyes or gave you a compliment like what Cadillac gave her, she's gonna switch away because she's flirting with him, not because she's a whore.
I'm not saying. I'm just telling you what I saw and what crossed my mind. And I was like, and then so I was happy that I was like, but also I love the idea that, again, it goes back to episode 1. Every one of those people was someone that he ran numbers with, and it made sense. Like you could be like, we just didn't shove this at the end. Like we've been building to this, and I'm like, that's awesome. It made far more sense than the sting at the land site. That didn't make a lot of sense. Like how the cops got there before everybody else and that kind of shit. That was a little bit more far-fetched for me. But the cafe made more, the restaurant made more sense than the other. But again, that was a second ending all by itself, and I was like, so I thought like that.
The second ending was just like, hey, we put this scene at the beginning with the gun and with Frank and Chicken Man. So we actually gotta do it. So fit it in there somewhere.
But no, I mean, but it made sense. Frank thinking strategically, right? That's like, I can't, again, because we're finding out in the last 3 seconds of this thing that Cadillac has a whole army behind him, and his mom. So I can't just kill him. I need law enforcement to take him off the board. And
That's was one of those things where I was like, this is unbelievable. Like, there's not gonna be a whole dialogue. It just be play along. I'm gonna shoot whatever. This was for our edification, and he's just talking to Kevin, to Chicken Man, so that we're in on it and we don't have questions at the end.
Yeah.
But that conversation would not have happened in real life.
Right, to be like, hey, I'm explaining to you a guy I just met, my whole plan. It's like, but even their conversation, but truly, like, Kevin Hart deserves something for, like, when he was sitting there with a gun to his head and he's like, confess. And he's like, I'm a piece of shit. And he's like, I'm nothing. And just like he was going through his whole life, he was taking responsibility for everything. And it's like, if this is it, then this is who I am, and I'm sorry for it. And I was like, that was awesome. Like, I've seen this man try to be like dramatic sometimes, but try to be fun. I felt dramatic in that. Like, this was and this was far better than Lift, y'all. If y'all saw Lift on Netflix, that was a piece of shit. But this is Kevin Hart at his best. Being dramatic and doing a real thing. I thought amazing.
You thought that was award winning?
Huh? Yes. For him, especially for him, absolutely.
So wait, so we just give awards just because they go past the bar they don't usually go over?
Yes. Excuse me. So it's like,
okay, all right,
you get something beyond their range. Yeah, like they're like, oh, you did something.
Do you think Denzel Washington got an Oscar because he didn't go out of his range? He got an Oscar, one, because his performance in Training Day was awesome, but two, because he had never ever played
like that.
A bad person ever before that role, and he did it to the fifth power, and that's why he won an Oscar.
I'm sorry, I don't put this Kevin Hart role anywhere near Denzel's
role.
No.
But it's an Oscar and an Emmy is two different things.
I don't even think. Okay, I would say maybe teen choice. There you go. I'll give him a teen choice.
I would give him an Emmy. I would give him
Nickelodeon slime. He can get slimed. And
let's do NAACP Image Award. Let's do that.
There you go, BET. There you go. We'll give him a BET award. That's good.
But again, I'm saying,
we can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not
NAACP. Let's give him NAACP.
I'm saying he did, of all, again, if his efforts trying to be dramatic, like trying to be serious, like he sold it for me, like in this particular role. I'm just saying, and that's it. I thought.
Okay,
I don't think it was that scene. I think it was more the scenes that he had with Faye, whether it was the one when she was leaving him at the house, or the one where he came in the cab this episode. I thought those were his best or emotional, dramatical, emotional scenes in the whole series.
Those were good.
When we was talking to her, I thought it was good. Also, again, characters you don't see. She was at the sister's house. That's where she was, right? No sister. I knew it. I was like, when we didn't hear her voice the first time, I was like, she ain't coming out the door. But this is that classic scene when they do have the actress where she's like, no, you don't mess with my sister. You've been fucking her around, and then Faith comes out, no. Like, it's okay, girl. Like, go inside. I'm gonna talk to my husband, and then they make up, and it's all right. I think that if this was done in a different decade, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would have been like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgive you, but I got to move on. I can't. Also, going back to watch episode 1, he licked down Vivian, had a mouthful of her, and then went home and kissed his wife. Like, I was like
that doesn't happen in real life.
I was like, yeah, that happened.
There might have been a cut scene of mouthwash or something.
I'm like, this piece of shit.
This happens, sir, in real life. Okay.
I'm not saying it don't, and they're pieces of shit in real life. Like, he's a piece of shit on camera. I'm just saying, for her to be like, I met your mistress. No, we are done, sir. But as you point, this is the late 70s. She ain't got no job. So I'm like, she ain't got a lot of financial options. But if she had her shit together, if this is a later decade and she had her stuff together, we can co-parent, but we are uncoupling, as they say these days. Like, no. Like, I'm not somebody that can do better.
I say we have white women that winds up kissing, like mouth kissing, like their little dogs and cats, and then immediately kiss their husbands. So just say, the whole tongue like licking their mouth. That's my little boy, and then they go up to their husbands.
The point is, though, they know that. So we're gonna do Penguin as a season. that is a fantastic show, but that is really one story to me. So we're gonna do that as a season. Like I'm not doing that.
That's a good point. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's a very continuous thing. Yeah, good
It's
show,
one
but
story because there is no
I
guessing.
agree. I agree.
This ain't the Sopranos where we don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
And oh my
It'll
god,
be one
like,
thing we did like the pilot episode, then maybe the final. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like pilot, okay, but then like every episode, that doesn't. You're right. That doesn't really fit.
not for this.
Yeah,
not for this. But I mean, I love Penguin. I was watching the episode. So yeah, we're gonna do that as a season. And see if there's enough for a season 2. How they're gonna stretch this out with the Batman sequel coming. I hope at some point. I love to Blaze Up with Terrence Howard. I mean, he's a fantastic actor, and and there was range in this particular role. Kevin did amazing in True Story on Netflix. Is that the one where he was Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, that was a Wesley Snipes.
That was good too. I was with him every step of the way until he killed all those people, like in that downstairs and he was like, I was like, this is that bullshit. Like you are too. And then when he jumped on his little ass, strangled that dude with the iPhone cord. I was like, you need to stop all this bullshit right now. But his dramatic, like almost evil performance, awesome. Lift.
The movie with Bryan Cranston. That. I'm telling you, that is Kevin Hart's best dramatic. It was so good. I felt every bit of that movie. I was in tears in some parts of it. It was those two together in the movie. Now, I know we talked about the interview that those two had, but that was because of what was going on in Kevin's private life.
Yes.
Why Bryan said we'll never do a movie together. That's why he said it. It wasn't because of the acting, because even Bryan said that Kevin did a magnificent job in that movie. He said it too. I really did like Kevin's acting.
In that movie. He was my thing. I felt like the dramatic. He did a good role. I'm saying like I felt like Bryan Cranston is what brought it. Like he held his own next to Bryan Cranston. I give him that.
Yeah, and that's not easy.
I was like, because Bryan Cranston's a beast, and I'm saying, but he did a good job. But anyway, but that's another review for another day. But the interview was hilarious. I wish that Faye would have met Maxie, right? Because they were fucking. Thank you, DeMarcus. I wish he would have met Maxine too and been like, where did that Mustang come from?
Maxine is the second. She's the second mistress. The first one is the one.
I always feel like women in real life. They can somewhat take the first woman. Somehow they can put, and then you can explain. But once you get the second one, somehow they're like, "This is too fucking much," and you're an asshole. And it's always that first one because even with his accountability speech, he don't acknowledge Maxine. Like it's Vivian. He's like, it's Vivian. And I did her wrong. Go back and watch The Siege with Denzel, Bruce Willis. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a pre 9/11 movie, which is kind of interesting because like when it actually happened, like it was like, oh shit. I was like, New York can take it. That's what he said. I was like, it was a bit predictable. Prophetic, excuse me. Sam Jackson is the only one who gets an Emmy nomination this series. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So so this is limited series. So I was like, is Pops Frank was playing chess in this episode, but he was telling everybody his chess game. To Jamani's point, like he wouldn't have revealed that for real to Chicken Man. Like he just would have did it. But I thought y'all.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, the pacing was very nice and steady for all the episodes. And then this one, it just sped up, and it was like, we're just gonna tell you, we're gonna break the fourth wall almost, to tell you what's going on.
Because it's like, so maybe they were like limited and stuff. I can hear what's he saying. It doesn't want to be part of the review. I try to watch my language. I don't want a little boy to be like, David, I'm sorry, Uncle David don't mean what he's saying.
You don't even know his name yet.
All right, okay. I'm trying to scar the little young man. I feel bad. Max sex scene was pointless too. Yes. It was a lot of unnecessary stuff. His kid and ex-wife were pointless.
Wait,
Sean's?
I think that's what he's talking about.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Ex-wife, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because like it didn't go anywhere. It had potential. It had potential, but they didn't really close that up. So it's like, what was the point of going through all that?
I think it was a bait and switch. It was like, we want you to like. We were all thinking Sean was going to make it, or
right.
And then he didn't. So I think it was to, diverse your expectations.
So that's what Kim and I were discussing last episode. Like once they, so someone put in the comments, and I will get to all the comments, that they did acknowledge that Charmaine had did the last week. They said your wife got remarried. Like she's gonna be okay. Like your daughter had. So once they announced that daughter had a father figure, I'm like, he's dead. Like he ain't like there's no need for him to stick around. Lamar saw Willie Black with Cadillac in the police car. But again, that doesn't explain how. That's when they shot. That's when he got shot. I'm saying, but before that, how did he know who Willie Black was? Like, it's not like they saw their face at the robbery. He's like, I'm gonna get this guy. Like they all wore masks, so only people who were in on it would have known who were behind the masks. It's Cadillac and maybe Lamar. Is what I'm saying. So I thought it just seemed weird. Big sex. She's doing. I don't get who's big sexy. Help me out. She's doing this for. Jules from Pulp Fiction said, "Keep the gun." Oh, keep the gun on me. Oh, I get it. Okay. In the cafe,
the restaurant scene. That's right. Yeah. When those still with that Thelma and Louise, the white couple that was trying to rob the place.
Yeah. Bunny. Okay. Bunny. He was
now
like,
I get it. Sorry, Nikki.
Cool. It's like we'll be a
bunch
bunch
so funny,
of
Nikki. Nikki, you said the lines, and I was like, I know those lines, but I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah.
So now that you said that, I was like, okay.
Keep the gun on me. Keep the gun on me. And he was like, what's a bunch of Fonzies? They're cool. but he brought Jules. And maybe that's just who he is. Like that's his natural thing. But I definitely felt Jules in everything he was talking to. Mac's family was wasted. Yeah. So again, it was a good idea. I was glad that Senator Johnson survived on a good note this episode. I didn't think he was gonna go anywhere, but I mean, but again, he had no development. It was really frank. In the sense that, Lola Falana. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Wasted. Like she's a beautiful woman.
There was no point in showing her.
It didn't mean unless she again saw Frank as respectable and gets to hang out with her. So it meant nothing. It's like they had time.
They should have done a callback. They should have did a callback. When Frank and Chicken Man were in that little hut or room or whatever together alone. Before he walked out. Yeah, thanks for that Lona Falana thing or something. Like just some sort of callback to make it make sense.
Yeah, or again, she could have been there at the groundbreaking ceremony. You know what I'm saying? Because also, I mean, so Kim sent us the documentary, right? Remember? And they said the land deal didn't go through. They said if this would have made the person got arrested because they said if this thing would have went through, this person would have made millions and millions of dollars because the state took the land for the highway, I do believe. But it's like but in this version, the Frank made it, and and they made a whole business out of it. And so I was like, so they did touch on real life, but they turned it around, so Frank would have a happier ending with that. She's explaining her references, and the Patti LaBelle reference was from Ladies' Night, Missy's intro.
Gotcha.
Okay. So she got it. I still don't, but it's okay. It's okay. Is that a song? I'm assuming.
Basically, what she's saying is that Debbie Allen being on the show was like when the rap song "Ladies' Night" was on. Missy Elliott said, "Y'all ain't gonna just have me on here just doing hooks," and she started singing. Right, she was singing. And so basically Nikki is saying that's basically what they did with Debbie Allen. Like
I got you.
They didn't give her enough to do. Really. Yeah.
I felt like we're dealing with the Italian woman that came on Power to pay Effie's mama. I'm like, why are we here? Steve and Kevin are friends, so they were so that's how Lori Harvey was casted. Oh, that's Lori Harvey? My bad. I didn't even recognize.
Wait. Who did Lori Harvey play?
Lola Falana.
Lola Falana. She was the one that you know who the Lola Falana is, right? The actress.
Oh, you talking about the one that met Frank?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
That was Lori?
Yes.
Oh, I see why everybody's losing their mind trying to get
right. I was like, oh shit. I understand now. I was like, this woman is gorgeous. I was like, who is this? I was like, that makes
have
sense.
you seen her mom? Her mom is beautiful.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good genes.
her
I'll look
mom
them
is
both up
beautiful.
once we get done. I don't know. I didn't know. I was just like, she needs to come back. Like, she needs to get her own show.
Yo,
And
Mr.
Lola
Hightower.
Falana, have you ever looked up Lola Falana? Lola Falana was gorgeous. Like
I'll also look her up.
she does not right now, she does not look gorgeous.
Go
But
back to the
back
days.
then-
Like 80 years old.
Yeah,
She's gorgeous. Now I see why.
It's night and day now. It's night and day. But when in her time, fabulous.
Well, thank you,
Fabulous.
Nikki, for all the back. I didn't know, but you said Lori. You had me at Lori Harvey. Chris is looking them up right now. She's like, wait, hold up. No, I'm kidding.
I think
Maybe
Chris
take
know
Kate
what
with
Lori
her.
Oh no, yeah, Lola looks like Eartha Kitt, like back in the day.
Yeah, she's way prettier than Eartha Kitt.
Senator Johnson is a real life senator who lived to be in his 90s. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
My dad was in love with Miss Lola. I gotta look her up. I don't know anything. So I'm learning.
Like she used to date Sammy Davis Jr. She used to date a lot like Frank Sinatra. I mean, she's that girl. And she had a Las Vegas show at one point. She had her own TV show that was a variety show. I mean, Lola Falana was everywhere. But then I would say in the late 70s, 80s, she found the Lord and switched it all up. And she has MS.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, similar to the Lord, just like a Chicken Man. Like he found Jesus. I like also it was an interesting creative choice that they used older actors to show age progression, right? Like they don't tell you like 5-7 years later. What you see is grown children next to a mama with a different wig, and it's like, oh, it's been years. Like that's why daddy's in the pulpit now. Like the kids are grown, so that's how they show how they're trying to give you an idea how much time has jumped. The next time that you see Chicken Man.
So not a whole Yaz situation. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. And you know what I was about to do because I do it. Like I was about to take a picture of those kids and then go look at the other kids and be like, wait a minute.
Were you really going to do that?
The skin tone don't look right. Let me get into this. But I was like, I'm gonna let that
What?
slide. I'm gonna let that slide.
Is that what we're doing?
That daughter was looking kind of light. And I was like, wait a minute. Let me go back. I was like, I don't like this. But I let it go. I let it go. It's the end of the series. I ain't got time for this. All of a sudden the son wants to be a photographer or some shit. I was like, okay, let's just let this. Now I was looking for the other daughter because originally all I saw was a girl and a boy. And I was like, where? He had 3 kids, so then I had to go back. They're both there. But I just but the son got a little bit more screen time. Lola Falana was like Pam Grier back in the day, very foxy. Of course, Lena Horne and Lola Falana were in Fight Night. Okay, Kang was selling filler.
And Dorothy Day. No, I'm just kidding. No, Dorothy Day.
Okay, Dorothy. We thought we were throwing out characters.
Just throwing out a bunch of let's do all school. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Eddie Kang was singing feel like going on at the end of 5 Heartbeats as he was. Oh, okay. I get it. Also, I don't know. So again, the fact that it was like To Atlanta with Love, I felt like again, this is more like an Atlanta story. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been called like Atlanta or something. I don't know. The ending hip hop song irritated me, but I felt like that didn't go with the vibe. But that could be just me.
Yeah, it was country. Well, it's called country shit. So I kind of get it, even though ironically the guy who raps it, Big Crit, is from Mississippi. But it features Ludacris, who's from Atlanta. Well,
there you go.
Was raised in Atlanta, I should say. You know what I mean? But
so no, from Atlanta.
I thought it fit. I mean, I was trying to think like the only Atlanta song that if you wanted to say Atlanta is the JD and Ludacris song, but that's that wouldn't fit the show. It's like Welcome to Atlanta, like that wouldn't fit. This
is unnecessary. This one, okay, this came. I thought they were gonna do like an old 70s type of thing to kind of go with the theme.
Oh, I see.
And then it's like hip hop. I'm like, well, you might as well. I love that song too. They should have played that song. If this is truly gonna be a love letter to Atlanta, like that would have made more sense. In that sense.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Georgia. Maybe they could have done Ray Charles' Georgia.
That would have been good too. And maybe I don't know.
Did Goody Mob get out, get something or whatever?
True. You better get out and get something.
See, so there's so many options they could have did with this. But anyway, again, great cast. Again, I love the show. I'm gonna let that stuff go. There's some other things on my heart, but it's fine. I loved it. I thought it was great. All right, so we gotta wrap this shit up. Jamani, anything else for this review? What you
Yeah, I want to see more from Kevin Hart and
got? Will Packer?
yeah, I'm like, I can't say that everything that they've done previously has been of this top notch quality, but yeah, this is the bar now, so they must meet it or exceed it.
Dang, man.
like 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 being a teacher before, it's like when you see a student and it's like, yeah, you show me that you have the potential now, so now I'm gonna hold you to it.
Live up to it. So it's not gonna happen, but as we discussed, it would be nice if they said this is a framework for like a Fargo type of thing. Like we're like, every year it's a new true crime something. They get different, like top level black actors, bring them together, tell the story.
Oh, like what Netflix kind of did after Jeffrey Dahmer and everything. Like
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, so like that kind of thing. And I'm saying, but like, I mean, Ryan Murphy's in charge of all. I mean, he does that stuff very, very, very well. I'm saying, so, but like, I think that would be an interesting, yes, more like that, because these are supposed to be true crime stuff. So yeah, something like that. I think that would be awesome. Oh, but the name would have to change, obviously. But
yeah, and I'm like, they're doing it from a podcast first. So I'm like, you test the waters with the podcast, it's a good story, then you move it over to the big screen. I think a lot of people miss that first step. So they just put it on the big screen and the story just gets all discombobulated and everything like that. And it becomes a shit show. But if you already have the framework, it's hard to fuck it up. So I think this is the blueprint. Take these podcasts and turn it into actual visual media.
Sounds good. All right, John, come on, say it.
Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys tomorrow for From.
All right, man. Okay. Yeah. So we will do. What else are we doing tomorrow? Oh, Salem's Lot. Salem's Lot. That's what we're doing tomorrow. But you're not doing Salem's Lot. That's the point of this. So you're only doing From.
I'll check it out tonight.
All right, me too. I gotta watch it in the morning. I can't watch it when sun goes down. I get scared. But
are you too scared to watch it at night, David?
I'm about to go sleep. I don't give a fuck.
I watch it in the morning. I gotta watch this horror movie in the morning.
I get scared.
You gotta watch with the lights on.
Thanks, Jamani. All right, Chris. What you got for us?
So Jamani said like he wants to see more of Kevin Hart. I mean, I'd be saying that. Like I said that after True live show, and then all of a sudden Borderlands came out. So so yeah,
I didn't know that he was in that because I didn't watch it. I had no idea he was in Borderlands.
I'll just say I love that video game. Just like I love Twisted Metal.
My sons used to play. Well, one of them used to play Borderlands like all the time. Yeah,
that movie. Oh my god,
why? Was it bad? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
It got
like really bad. It was like But anyway.
That's not
so it's like I'm still conflicted. I'm sorry guys, but I'm still not necessarily in the Kevin Hart camp. However, I will say I was surprised with this show. You know what I mean? So again, didn't watch the trailer for this at all. You know what I mean? Didn't even know what it was about, other than something about Ali. I knew about Muhammad Ali was in it. And I think I saw the little screen grab of Samuel Jackson. That was it. I was like, oh shit. And then I saw Kevin Hart, like, damn. And then I watched, I was like, oh, okay, he's not annoying in this. All right, cool. You know what I mean? So definitely enjoyed it. He did too. But yeah, I agree. That would be kind of cool if they do like another thing, like a Bumpy Knuckles, it's like a BMF type deal. You know what I mean? Maybe a good one. No, you know what I mean? Of this, so that would be kind of dope, or the thing that Jamie Foxx played when he played the leader of the Crips. I forgot the guy's name, but anyway.
Tukey.
Yeah, Tukey Williams. Was it Tukey Williams?
Yeah, Tukey Williams. Yeah.
Tukey Williams. That would be a great show. But anyway, So, but yeah, overall, really good. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for probably some BS show. Really?
From
Go be a daddy.
Come on, man. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, boy.
Fatherhood.
He wants to get his opinion out there too. Hey.
Go ahead, Kim.
Anyway, thank you, chat. We truly appreciate you joining the conversation. I did notice this one thing. All of you in the chat, we're going to need you to hit the like button. There's only 2 likes on this video. Please hit the like button for us. We're trying to reach 500 views per video. And we're also trying to reach 2,500 subscribers by December 15th. So we need you to hit the like button. We need you to share the video with anyone and everyone. We also want you to hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. Again, thank you so much for joining the conversation, and we will be back tomorrow with some more videos. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Kim. I appreciate you. All right, what we got? Good night, y'all. Yeah, good night. You know, it's bedtime for me. I had to take a nap before I did these videos. They need to do a film version of Freaknik. The documentary sucked. Absolutely. Penguin is the better version of Force with Bliss and replacing Dahlia. I like that. I like that. This was a great series. And I agree with everybody. I would like to see some new version of it. And maybe they'll listen. And continue this kind of process on. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. As Kim pointed out, please like on the video, comment on the video, share the videos. Tomorrow we're doing Salem's Lot. Chris liked it, Kim liked it. So we're gonna knock that out. I usually don't do horror stuff, but I'm gonna knock that out. Then we're gonna do From and see where Lost Part 2 is taking us. Like I said, this is our trial season. If this thing don't turn into something useful by the end of this season, we're done with this show. But anyway, I lose patience is the point. But anyway, next we got Grotesque. I gotta check it out. Ryan Murphy does a lot of cool stuff. Kim, I think he says like a fever dream. I think it's just like a lot of wild stuff. Kim says yes. It's like, so let me hold up, Marcus. Let me get past Salem's Lot, and then I know Jemani wants to do this TV show killing thing or some shit. So like we got to do that. So Halloween, we're gonna do some Halloween stuff is my point. For October, and then we'll see a crazy show as how that goes. But anyway, truly love all of you. And until next time, family. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit,
Hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
What you want to go there?
Oh, shit. Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.